Hey, this is Alan Levine. Last night, my wife and I were privileged to go see the premiere of episodes 1 and 2 of season 3 of The Chosen at Atlanta's beautiful Fox Theater. And after the after the showing of episodes 1 and 2, the writer, producer, director of The Chosen, Dallas Jenkins, came on stage and asked the audience to help out by giving a shout out and sharing the fact that The Chosen season 3 was now uh, about to be released November 18th, this coming up Friday, in theaters around the nation and around the world. And that soon thereafter, The Chosen season 3 is going to be available for the whole world to see. And so the shout out that I'm giving is the fact that episodes 1 and 2 of season 3 were just as fantastic as one might expect if you are a fan of seasons 1 and 2 of The Chosen. The other thing I would add is that as a Jewish believer in Jesus, uh, and more importantly, as a Jewish follower of Jesus as the Son of God and as the Messiah, and that's a big distinction. You know, believing in Jesus is one thing, and following Jesus is another thing, and those two should go hand in hand, but they don't always go hand in hand. At any rate, being a Jewish follower of Jesus, I'm very appreciative of the fact that The Chosen recognizes, and I would even say respects and honors the fact that Jesus is and was a Jewish rabbi, the greatest Jewish rabbi of all time. And furthermore, that his followers and that his community were other Jews. And again, it treats the Jewish religion and culture in what I believe is a very respectful uh, manner. The reason that's important to me is because in a lot of retellings of the gospel narrative, uh, it's just quite hackneyed, trite, and common for the Jews to be treated as just one dimensional bad guys, the evil Christ killers. And that picture of Jews as just the killers of Jesus has then been used by the Spanish Inquisition, the Nazis in Germany, the pogroms of Russia as an excuse to persecute and kill Jews. So it's been very heartening to see a treatment of Jesus and his life and his relationship with his community that recognizes his Jewishness. And also important to the narrative and to an understanding of the Jewish response to Jesus and his message and his actions is the fact that the Jews were under harsh conditions, lived under harsh conditions under the boot of the Roman Empire. They were persecuted politically, economically, and socially. And indeed, the Roman Empire was the evil empire of that day and time. Nevertheless, the Roman Empire, evil though it may have been, the individual Roman soldiers are treated humanely by the chosen. It's not to say that each and every Roman soldier clearly has good points, um, but no characters are really treated as just purely good or purely evil. There's lots of room for nuance and shades of gray in between. And I do think that it's clearly in season 3, without giving anything away, it's clear that certain individual Roman soldiers, their humanity is going to be further developed as the story progresses, as well it should, because Jesus may have first come to the Jews, but his message is for each and every one of us, whether we're Jew, Gentile, no matter our race, creed, even our religious belief. His message is for all. Um, so that's been a fantastic part for me of watching The Chosen. So the last thing I would say is, again, the shout out is that the show has been done fantastically, and the first 2 episodes of season 3 were absolutely wonderful. It's a credit to Dallas and his supportive wife and his fellow collaborators in writing and producing, and the cast and the crew, that they are telling the story that's intelligent. It's very well written. It is got depth of feeling. It's got humor. It's got poignancy, and they're being both faithful to the gospel narrative while at the same time responsibly using their artistic license to fill in the gaps where the gospel doesn't explain certain things or say certain things. And so, walking that fine line between fidelity to the word and artistry and creativity is they're doing it quite skillfully. So, if you haven't already seen episodes, or excuse me, if you haven't already seen seasons 1 and 2 of The Chosen, I would say catch up so you can enjoy season 3. And I'll put a link to seasons 1 and 2 below this video. And I hope you guys, enjoy watching the show as much as I do, and I look forward to hearing any responses that you guys might have to what's going on with the series. Take care and God bless.